Don't panic. Sit on my lap properly. That's it. Let's catch up with everyone, shall we? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we have Dylan joining me for a chat. I thought I'd start off by answering some of your guys' questions because on my last monthly reset video I just said, ask me any questions and I can answer them in the next video, reset video. So that's this one. This is September's reset video, which I am absolutely buzzing about. September is my favourite month of the whole year. I mean, it is my birthday month, but that is not the reason it's my favourite month. I just feel like September starts getting really cozy, but you still have the sun. I feel like the sun's still out, but the days get a bit more crisp. Do you know what I mean? And the leaves start turning, and I just think it's the most beautiful time of the year, and I'm just lucky that my birthday's in September. I feel like it is the best month, and I do feel very lucky that my birthday's in my favourite month. So yeah, today's video we are doing September's reset, and I am going to be going through all of my new products that I bought this month of August. I am going to go through, I've got a couple of empty products that I've used up. I'm going to have a little catch up with you guys, and also I'm going to be cleaning one of the rooms in my house, which this is the most dreaded room. I've been putting it off, but it really needs doing. I'm going to get into the office and clean that because, well, I'll talk about uni in a minute, but in October I start back at uni, so I need it to be the Zen room so that I can get fully focused on my studies. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very well. So the main question that I have been getting asked over the last couple of months is, how is Dylan? How are you, Dylan? I know, we're not quite sure, are we? I mean, he looks all subdued now. He's always like this when you pick him up. He's doesn't jump around or anything. As soon as you pick him up, I think he's scared of heights, so he will always be a bit stiff like this, but he trusts me. Like, he's very relaxed when I pick him up, but he still looks a little bit like, what's happening to me? He just gives up on life. I think everybody wants to know how Dylan's been since Belle died, and Belle was our other dog. If you don't know, she died a couple of months ago, and still feels very, very raw for all of us. I think in the beginning of it all, Dylan seemed to be his exact same self, and we thought, okay, he's not that bothered, which sounds horrible, but to be honest, they were both quite independent dogs. They didn't curl up and sleep together or anything like that, so they didn't need each other. When we used to leave them, one would sleep downstairs, one would sleep upstairs, so they didn't need to be near each other all the time. He seemed his normal self, but yeah, I'd say in the last month we have noticed a few little changes in him. So the first thing is he's a little bit more clingy. So he tends to follow me round, especially me during the day, because I'm here mainly at home most of the time. He does tend to follow me into every room that I'm in, and he never did that before. That was something that Belle did. Belle would always be beside you wherever you were, but Dylan was not that dog. He would just be on his own, either in the garden or on the sofa downstairs, under the bed upstairs. That was it. But now he tends to follow around, and he's nervous about noises in the house. So before, he's always been a nervous dog, so like if something drops around him, he'd like completely scarper and run away, or if a window bangs or something like that, that would really bother him. But now he's getting more and more sensitive, so I feel like it's windy today and he would follow me around even more today because of the wind. So it bangs against the windows, I suppose. He knows it's windy outside, so he's very on edge of things. And I think what's happened is when we've had windows open in the past, or the back door open or whatever, and it's blown something around, he just doesn't forget that. So he's quite nervous of the wind, which was something that Belle was always so nervous of, which is so weird. He's taken on her trait. So yeah, he follows me around the house a bit more. And also just with people, when people come round, he's never been the dog that runs up to the front door and greets people. He doesn't do that. He wouldn't jump up at you. He is just a very calm, quiet dog at home. Outside's another story, but at home, he's very calm. So if somebody comes to the door, they walk in, Dylan might not even come down and greet you. And then half an hour later, he'll trot downstairs and come up to you and be like, oh, hello. And he's not that bothered. But now he is quite nervous of people. So even if he comes down to greet you, he's like backing off and not going up to people, and people are going down to his level and trying to encourage him over, but he looks just like they're going to grab him and do something to him. You know, he's afraid of them. And I think he used to use Belle. You sitting on there? Okay, good boy. Oh my goodness, Dylan. You've covered me in dog hairs. Why did I pick you up? I think he used Belle quite a lot for support. So if Belle does something, he watches her and then he would do it. So if Belle would greet someone, he would know that's okay, and then he would greet them after her. Same with when we give treats and stuff like that. I mean, he loves food, so if we give him any sort of meat, he'll eat that straight away. But other treats or bits of fruit or something, he won't take it off us, whereas he used to eat what Belle would eat. So if we gave Belle a little bit of banana, for example, if I gave it to Dylan first, he would never take it. But then Belle would eat a bit of banana, and then Dylan would watch Belle doing that, and then he would take it off us. He obviously relied on her a lot for his confidence. Oh, and he also eats slower. So Dylan loves food. He lives for food. So he actually has this special bowl that makes him eat slower, because he just woofs it down and it's just like bad for him, and he's choking on it and stuff. So he has this special bowl. Now we put his food and he just sort of nibbles a bit, and then he crunches it and looks around, and then he has a bit more. So I actually think that's quite a good thing. He's very calm, and he still eats all his food, but it's just a very calm thing. And we tried to change the bowl, because he doesn't need to have this annoying bowl anymore. So I put his food into a normal bowl and put it in front of him, and he was just like, "What is that?" And he was wagging his tail because he knew there was food there, but he just wouldn't eat it. And then he just sat next to it and he was just barking at me, like ruff, ruff, like proper barking in my face, basically shouted at me saying, "Where's my bowl?" So I got his annoying bowl back and put the food in it, and then he ate it. But I think overall he is okay. But thank you guys so much for asking. We keep a very close eye on him, and it is actually really nice that he's a little bit more clingy. And I know that sounds selfish from us, because how does that mean he feels? But for us, one thing that was so special about Belle is that she's always by your side. So now Dylan is kind of taking that spot, and he's a lot more clingy with us. We don't mind it at all. It's obviously really nice. You have a dog because you love dogs and you want them to be with you all the time. So yeah, that's the Dylan update. I need to just get rid of all this hair off me, because he has fully covered me in dog hair, and then we will do the next update. So I don't know if it was my last video, was it my hair transformation video? I don't know, but anyway, I recently did a hair transformation video, and oh my goodness, that video did not go to plan, but I spoke all about it so I'll leave the video link down below, because obviously I talked a lot of detail about my hair, so we know it's been a bit of a work in progress. Anyway, yesterday morning, 8 a.m, she booked me in because she just had no other spaces, so I went there before she started work. This was the owner of the salon. I went for her to go and fix my hair, and she spent 2 hours on it, and she was absolutely amazing. The difference in that appointment, I was obviously really nervous to go because it had all gone a bit wrong before, but just the way that she handled it, it was so calm, it was so slow, it was a little bit, and then it was talking to me, and there's a little bit more, and she basically took 2 hours on my hair to blend in everything that had kind of gone a little bit wrong, and she also added 10 more extensions in for me as well, and then cut them in. So yeah, it was just so great, and I've left feeling so much better. I won't lie, obviously I've not got the hair back that's being cut off, so the front of my hair is still shorter, as we can see here. The front of my hair is only this length, whereas the back of my hair is that long, hoping you can see. I think I had a little bit cut off the bottom of the back as well, but basically the length of my hair was that all the way around. It was quite thick and long all the way around, and I lost basically 2 sides of my hair. I lost about that much hair off of it. But then I was also left with really clumpy layers, which I couldn't do anything with. It took me ages to style, and oh God, it was just so annoying. And I know, granted, in the video that I did about it, I had styled it and spent time on it to show you guys how it looks. So thank you all, because you have all said how nice it looks and that it's not awful or anything. And I kind of know it's not awful, and I'm lucky because I do have a lot of hair, so I'm able to hide problems. But for me, the most annoying thing was that I couldn't just wake up in the morning and brush my hair and it looked normal. I had to spend half an hour to try and style it. And then even throughout the day, it would just drop out, go funny. So I ended up just wearing it up all the time because it was just driving me mad. Anyway, yeah, after yesterday, I went and now I feel so much better. She's thinned all of this bit out. So she's blended all of the layers in at the front that were just so chunky. She added 10 more extensions, but she did them really strategically. So I think I've got one right here at the front. So it looks like I've got more highlights coming down at the front here. And then she added some quite close to my hairline here. So it means that I've got more blonde bits on the side as well. So they kind of come through nicer. She did curl it all for me yesterday as well. She curled it all with straighteners, which she did an amazing job. I can't ever do that with straighteners. So I've still got a lot of that curl left. I have just gone over it a little bit with my air wrap this morning. But honestly, I have spent on my hair this morning 2 minutes. Honestly, 2 minutes. So I woke up, brushed it, and 2 minutes, and then I can get it looking pretty good. And then she cut me this beautiful fringe. I just really wanted a lovely sweeping fringe that I can just go like that, and then it just sits up nice and high, loads of volume, and it just sits around like that. And she's just done that so perfectly. She spent probably, I reckon she spent about half an hour on this whole fringe front area here. So she really took her time, and she said to me, even after this appointment, go away, play with it. If you're still not right, come back again, you know, all of that. So she was so nice. But I've come home and I'm just like 10 times happier. Obviously, I know I'm never going to, well, I am going to get that hair back that I've lost. I'm going to have to grow it back. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to dwell on that because I'm just happy now. And I just feel like I can manage my hair again. And I just love this fringe area here. It's just so nice. You just do it with the air wrap and then it just bounces this lovely fringe up, and then it just gives this beautiful volume all around the face, because normally my hair falls so flat. I kind of style it and it looks pretty good for an hour or so, and then it just falls flat because it was so heavy in the fringe area. So now I've got this lovely light fringe. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. And then so moving forwards, she has said obviously she knows that I'm kind of making do with what she's done now. It still wasn't exactly what I'd gone in for, and she's well aware that I paid for a whole pack of these extensions, and a lot of the extensions that were applied last time got cut out, so I've lost a lot of those extensions and they won't be reusable. The ones at the back, there's some longer ones here that haven't been cut too much. Where are they? Okay, there's not one there. There are some at the back. There's only a couple though, so these long ones here are still nice and long, so those will be able to be reused. But she said in 3 months' time, when I need my next appointment, when I normally would have just had them all shifted up a little bit, she said, we'll buy you a whole new pack of hair extensions. We'll remove everything and we'll put a whole new pack in, and your hair would have grown. So obviously it'd be 3 months down the line, so I should have some more length in the front, and then they'll do it all over again. The colour, I just love how dark it is, and then this lovely brown. I mean, I call it blonde because it looks like it's blonde in my hair, but actually it's a brown. But because my hair's so dark, it looks nice and light. Yeah, but I think my favourite bit is the fringe area. Really happy with it. So the next update and question that I get asked is about my university course that I'm doing, kind of how it's going and how much longer I've got left, how I'm feeling about it. So with uni, from pretty much the end of May, beginning of June to the beginning of October, it all stops. So there's a really long summer holiday when you do open university. So you're pretty much getting from June to October off. So I tend to come away from uni completely. I don't really look into anything. It's almost like I'm not doing uni anymore between those months, and I just focus on the summer and other things. And then in October, I get back to it. Well, normally the last week of September, because that's when the online module opens up, so you can actually access before the actual start date of the module. So yeah, I always go on there a week before and do some, and, you know, kind of get ahead of myself a little bit. So I am the most excited that I've ever been for the module that is going to be starting in October. I'll put the name of it on the screen. It's something like forensic psychology, counselling, criminal what was it? Forensic counselling. Oh God, I should know the name of the module. Anyway, I'll put the name of the module on the screen. It's just absolutely fascinating. And all the module wording where it tells you what's involved and stuff, it just sounds so good. It's going to be a lot more practical stuff. So I'm going to be learning CBT, going to be learning how to actually give therapy to criminals or victims. If you don't normally watch my channel, I'm doing forensic psychology at the Open University, and I'm going into my 5th year. It's a 6-year course, so this is my 5th year. So if I was doing it full time, this would be my final year. So I think that's why it feels so interesting. I feel like this module is going to be a lot more about life now and how to deal with things now, whereas the previous modules I've had to learn general psychology before I can learn forensic psychology. And I think previous modules are more about previous studies that have been done, previous psychologists, even psychologists from 100 years ago, you know, like we're learning all about people that originally started looking into psychology and the brains and mental health, you know, what is going on in our brains. So it's all very old-fashioned stuff, I would say, and the studies are all quite old-fashioned and don't have all the modern things that we have now when you do studies. So I'm doing it part-time, which means it's 6 years. If you did it full-time, it would be 3 years. So modules 1 and 2, which are for me years 1 and 2, that would be 1 year. So you do 2 modules a year, but I'm doing 2 modules every 2 years. So I've been doing pretty well with the modules. The first module, I think I just got a pass. So I didn't just scrape, but I did all right in it, but it was just a pass, or I hadn't done any academic studying for years, so I didn't really know what I was doing. So I wasn't expecting much my first year. Second year, I got a distinction, which I was absolutely buzzing about. Third year, I got another distinction. Fourth year, which is the one that I've just got the result for, I'm a little bit gutted. It's still great, and I know it is, I'm not complaining. I just have really high expectations of myself. So this year I got a 2-1. So it's called a pass 2. So you've got a pass 1, pass 2, pass 3. So a pass 1 is a distinction or a first or whatever you want to call it. So this year I got a 2-1. Which is really frustrating considering the last 2 years I got distinctions. And also I think what's most frustrating about it is that all of my assessments that I was doing throughout the last year that I've done were all at distinction level, and I really thought if I do my final assessment in a similar style that I've got it, like I've got it in the bag and I've got this distinction for this year, which is really important because that is the end of the 2nd year for me, or like 4th year for me, but you know what I mean. So that would mean that overall I would have a distinction on my year 2, which is where you actually get a diploma before you finish your final year. So it was quite important for me to get it. I just really wanted to do the best that I possibly could do. Yeah, and what happened is all my assessments were pretty much up there with distinction level. But my final assignment, which is called the EMA, the end of module assessment, is marked by someone else. So the whole year your tutor is marking your work, and then your final assessment, which weights at like 40% of the final mark, it actually is marked by somebody else. So it could be another tutor, or it could actually be externally marked. You don't know who marks it. And yeah, it just was way lower than all of my other assessments. So whoever looked at my work did not see it the same way that my tutor's seen it all year long, and I was really disappointed with that. And I guess it just wasn't good enough, and that's fine. I have to accept that that's the mark and that it did bring me down, but it's really hard to accept it because my tutor had marked all of my work the whole year, and I was very consistently getting the same sort of marks. So to get, you know, it was almost 20% lower than my normal marks. So yeah, it was a little bit disappointing because then it brought me to a 2-1, which is still great, but I don't know what that means overall. If I got a distinction and a 2-1 on each module, I don't know what that ends up being for that year. Anyway, that's happened. So now I've got my final 2 years, which is essentially the final year, and I am going to be aiming high again because that's just what I do. In my head I was like, do you know what, you need to just enjoy it, chill out, it doesn't matter about your mark, as long as you pass, that's fine. But for me, not only do I want to do this because I'd love to have a career or something in this in the future, it's also development for me, and it's also something to aim for and something to focus on. So I do feel like I want to be looking at those top marks. That is just how I want to look. I don't just want to pass. I'm spending a lot of time on this, and I want to aim high, okay? I don't know if that's good or bad, because when you get lower you feel a bit crap. But anyway, that is my uni update, starting back in October, and I really can't wait to get started. I'll do another update a couple of months in so that I can tell you guys all of the interesting things that I've been learning, because I feel like there's going to be so much that I want to talk about this year coming up, because I'm going to learn so many practical skills and so many interesting things that I just will want to share more. So that's uni. I'm well aware the beginning of this video has been a massively long chat. So now let's do some talking about products. Actually, do you know what? Let's do a Temu haul first, because I've just had my Temu order arrive about half an hour ago. So let's go through my order. It's not a very big order, so that's why I've not done a separate video on it. I thought I'd just include it in here, where I include all of my new things for the month. So we'll do Temu, then I'll show you some new products that I'm using and new purchases that I've made, show you some empties, and then we shall get cleaning. Also, I have already redone my nails. I did do my nails in my last reset video, so I thought I won't show you me doing my nails again, but I have done them in this new colour for the autumn. It's a lovely deep chocolate brown colour. It's called Clove from Manicurist. I'll show you it in a minute actually, because it's one of my empties, which I'm sad about. I got this brush from Temu, and I wasn't quite sure when I opened it up. I was like, oh, it feels a little bit cheapy, and I did notice it had already started losing some of its bristles. But I used it this morning to do my makeup, and I love it. It's so nice. I wanted one of these Duro fibre ones, so it's kind of the ones that is dense at the bottom, but then it's quite fluffy on top. And I wanted this to do my bronzer, because I always feel like when I do my bronzer, it's too concentrated in one place, because I'm using quite a dense, hard brush. So I thought if I got one like this, I'd really be able to buff that bronzer in, and also it'd be a bit quicker, so I can just do it like that. I normally just put my bronzer up around there, cheekbones, I mean the normal place people put bronzer, I suppose, and then I just put it under my neck there. This brush this morning, oh, it's so good. I love it, and I don't know how much it was. I think it was like 80p or something, but it was amazing for doing my bronzer. And then I also used it on my blush as well. So I used it on a cream bronzer, and I used it on a powder blush, and it worked lovely for the blush as well, because also my blush brush seems to apply too much, and then I have to really blend it. Whereas this, being so fluffy, it just applies a tiny amount. You can build it up, and it also very gently touches your skin, so you never apply too much makeup. So yeah, my new makeup brush from Temu, which I'm very happy with. Okay, and then next up I have picked up 2 more of these lip balms. They are both the same. I just bought 2 because they are just amazing, honestly, and they're £1 each. They are from the brand Lacaraine. I think that's how you say it. Lacaraine, I'm not sure. I have talked about the brand before on the channel. They have a lot of stuff on Temu. So this is the Almost lipstick in shade Dark Honey, and this is a dupe for the Clinique Dark Honey. What's it called? The Clinique one. Viral lipstick, lip balmy stick thing. And it is quite pigmented, but when you put it on your lips, it is just the loveliest balm. It gives a really nice flush of colour. It lasts on your lips, and it looks exactly the same as the Clinique one. So if you already like the Clinique one, I just feel like you're going to love this one. Okay, then next up, I just picked up this little mat to put Dylan's water and food bowl on. We just have his water bowl on the kitchen floor on the tiles, but I've noticed that because when he drinks, he knocks the water out and stuff, and if I don't mop that up straight away, it's turned kind of mouldy around these slabs, which looks gross. I've tried to clean it off, but it's fully gone a bit green on there, like all in the grouting and stuff. I mean, I don't care that much, because in hopefully not too much time we'll be ripping the whole kitchen out, so it's not too much of a problem. But I did think it's not very clean, so I've just picked up one of these mats, which looks okay. It's got these little paw prints on it. It's got this rubber side here. Pretty self-explanatory, not very exciting. Okay, then next I just picked up some more face razors. I do love shaving my face. They were £1 or £2 for 10 of them. And I thought, actually, do you know what? Those are cheap enough that I will use one and then just throw it away. I know that is so bad, so bad for the environment. Like, that is actually really bad for the environment, isn't it? But I think that must be what people do when you go and get it done professionally, because they don't reuse the blades on other people, do they? So you just get it done. I mean, maybe you could actually buy ones that have you keep the handle, but you replace the blade. If anybody knows of any good ones, because I am on the hunt for one where I can keep the handle and just replace the blade, so it's a little bit more environmentally friendly. But yeah, this one is obviously completely disposable, but it is plastic, it's not very good. But they were a couple of £1 for 10. Then I got this lip liner, I think it is. Yeah, it's a lip liner stain, and this one reminded me of the new Huda Beauty one, which has been going a bit viral at the minute. And I'm so tempted on the Huda one, but then I've seen a lot of reviews saying that it dries out. So it's kind of like a felt tip pen for your lip line, but I think once it's on there, it really stays on there. So I really like the idea of it, but then I wasn't going to pay all that money for something that maybe would just dry out. Okay, it's not, oh, there's actually loads of pigment that comes out of that. That's what it looks like. It's almost like a little paint. Oh, I shouldn't have done my lips, should I? Then I could have put this on and the lip balm and shown you. But I'll show you in another video, I'm sure. But that actually looks really nice. And I love how thin that tip is. So you should be able to just go around your lips. And I'll leave this on my hand now and we'll see if it stains. And we'll see whether it stays on my hand. Then we'll know whether it's going to stay on my lip. Again, I think this was probably about £1 or something. Oh, so next up I have this cherry scrub. So it's gently exfoliating. It says it's for all skin types, and I am still absolutely obsessed with everything cherry at the moment, hence why I've got, oh, that is not what I was expecting. Look, it's all like loose. What? No, I didn't want one like that. Not sure about that. Let's see what it smells like. No, I wouldn't recommend this. I mean, I might use it as a little bath salt or something, but there's just no way that I can use that as a body scrub. It's so loose. It is just like loose salt or sugar. It must be salt and sugar. That's going to be so hard. It's going to be so messy to try and scrub. It needs some sort of liquid in there to hold it together. It also doesn't smell barely at all. So no, that's a fail. Oh yes, I have this bracelet, which I think was about 80p. I have got other bracelets like this from Temu, and they honestly last forever. So I wasn't worried about buying this one. It's just this plain gold bangle, which I really love. So it just comes apart like that. And then hopefully I just clip it together. They are just stainless steel, I think. They're obviously not made out of anything fancy, but they really do last, and they have a nice weight to them. That actually looks lovely, and doesn't that look way more expensive than £1 or whatever I paid for it? I don't know what I paid in the end, but I definitely didn't pay a lot, and that's really nice, and it also fits on my wrist nicely as well. I think that's my favourite thing from today's Temu haul. Right, so now shall we test this lip liner and see? Oh, okay. Pretty good. I'm rubbing that quite hard. I think eventually all that happens when I rub that hard is I almost exfoliate my own skin, so I end up rubbing it off with skin, if you know what I mean. So that's why it ends up coming off. But yeah, that is pretty good. I would say that's going to stay on your lips nicely. I mean, you're never going to be rubbing your lips that hard, are you? Hopefully. Right, so that is my Temu stuff. Now let me show you some new... What have I got product-wise? Don't think I've got a whole load of products. Let me get some products, show you what I've got. I've only got 3 things to show you, actually. These are my 3 new products. So this is a body scrub that I bought the other day, and it is so much better than the one I just showed you. And I have wanted this body scrub for, well, months, ever since I spotted it in John Lewis when me and Ollie were having a little shopping trip. I tried it out in the Dior stand in John Lewis, and oh, I was like, that is amazing. It's a exfoliating body oil, so it's not a complete body scrub, but it is really, really nice. But from John Lewis and anywhere, it's £55 for 175ml, and yeah, I wasn't going to pay that for a body scrub. Anyway, spotted it on Vinted. It was brand new on there. Somebody had it up for £20, so I sent them an offer for £15 and they accepted. And I got the body scrub and oh, I'm so happy because I feel like that is such a bargain when it was normally £55. It was fully brand new. This was sealed. It's just so legit and I paid a fraction of the cost for it. Don't you just love Vinted for that? So this is what it looks like. So you can see it's quite a liquidy formula. Beautiful, thick, nourishing, rich oil, but then it has all of this sugar in it. So as you scrub, it just scrubs the top layer of your skin off, but then also leaves you with this lovely oily, moisturized feeling on your skin. And I have tried it directly when I was in the bath on wet skin, and that worked nice as well. But I found the best way to do it is before I got in the bath, I did it on dry skin because it's so liquidy. I just applied it all over my dry skin, massaged it all in, and then got in the bath and rinsed it off. And I was just left with just the most loveliest, soft skin, very glowy, but the smell, it smells like perfume. It smells like the Miss Dior perfume. It is so strongly scented. If you don't like strongly scented things, you won't like it. But yeah, you can see this sort of sugar goes off there, but then it has this lovely oily, I'll just dust that off now, I've kind of just got rid of that into my skin. But yeah, it leaves you with the most glowiest skin, and oh, you just smell like you've got perfume all over your body. It's so lovely. Then I have this Medicube Zero Pore Blackhead Mud Mask, and I've used this a few times now. My favourite skincare brand is Medicube. I have used their stuff for years and years, and it's all great. And they have so many different ranges of things. So depending on whatever your skin type is, you'll find something to fit you. And it's all very, very well researched stuff, and I just love Korean skincare. Anyway, so this is the Medicube Zero Pore Blackhead Mud Mask. It's AHA, BHA and PHA. Actually, not 100% sure what PHA is, but it's pore purifying clay. And when I use this, oh, my skin afterwards, I do get quite congested, oily, breakout prone skin, so I do need regular kind of clay on my skin to draw out any impurities and stuff, and I like doing deep cleanses. But this one, even though it's a mask, it also deeply cleanses your skin. And you put it on, you leave it on, how long are you supposed to leave this on for? Oh, 3 to 5 minutes, so you don't leave it on long. I probably leave it a bit longer than that, actually, maybe like 10 minutes. But when you put it on, it is a blue colour, it looks like that. And then it dries down completely, and then you know that it's ready to be removed, and you just rinse it off. But then any blackheads that were kind of brewing under your skin, they just come to the surface and you're able just to remove them. They just pop out, and afterwards your skin feels so incredibly smooth. I just love this mask so much, and it is my go-to mask. It's probably the one that I use the most often because it doesn't irritate my skin. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. It's a quick and easy mask to apply as well. It applies on really nicely. I just use a little brush on the end there and just wipe it onto my skin, let it do its job, and then rinse it off. Probably do that once a week. This I only just started today, although I have used this product in the past, but I just hadn't used it for a while, and I thought, no, I'm going to get back into that actually. It is the Medicube Deep Vita C Capsule Cream. I used the, which one did I use? I didn't use the capsule cream before. It was a different one from the range, but it's similar thing. So this is what it looks like. And inside here, you have the little capsule. So the cream is in a gel formula, and then all of the vitamin C capsules are little balls inside of the cream. And what this means is that your skincare is going to be so potent, so you kind of scoop out one of those balls each time you do your skincare, and then it's going to release all of the product onto your skin, but really freshly. So that's why they don't mix it all in together, and they just keep it in these little balls. It smells like oranges. It's really, really nice. And if you're looking for a good vitamin C product, I would 100% recommend the vitamin C range from Medicube. And then my empties. Oh, this is pretty much empty. What else have I got that's empty? I think that's it. So these are my empties for the month. Another Medicube product. This is the Medicube PDRN Pink Collagen Capsule Cream. And this one was quite similar to the vitamin C one in the way that the concentrated cream is in little balls within the gel. And I really enjoyed this one actually. I don't know, I'm not sure if I'll repurchase it though. I think, do you know what? I think the only reason I wouldn't repurchase it, and this is really bad because actually for skincare, It's better for it to be unscented. The fact that it doesn't smell of anything, I just love it when I'm doing my morning skincare and I just put this lovely fragrant products on my skin. And I know that's not good for your skin, but I just enjoy that. It's been really nice for my skin. It's got 5% niacinamide in it, collagen. This is to give you plump, glowing skin. It's really good for all your anti-aging. So I might end up repurchasing it. I have got some other products from this range to try out. Actually, I've got their serum, I've got their eye cream. So I do want to try out those other products before I repurchase this one. But at the moment, I'm just very much looking forward to using this one. And then next up, briefly mentioned it earlier, but I have run out of my LED nail polish from Manucurist, and this is in shade Clove, which is the one that I am wearing. Hopefully it looks okay. I didn't do the best job this morning and I bit all my nails down so they look a bit short, but it's a gorgeous deep brown colour. I think on camera it even could look a little bit black, but it is brown. It's a lovely dark brown. And this is the LED nail polish, so you just set this under the LED lamp, but it comes off in about 60 seconds. It's a bit of a hybrid between a normal polish and an LED nail polish, so it lasts you about a week to 10 days, but then when you come to remove it, it pops off in 60 seconds, which is so nice, and it doesn't damage your nails at all, which is my favourite thing about it. But yeah, this was my favourite colour. I wore it all last autumn, and then I thought, oh, I'll open that one up again and use it today and ready for autumn. And then I realised I only had one application left in it, so that was my last application of this one. 100% will be repurchasing this colour though. It's my favourite colour for autumn winter. And the red, I've been really enjoying the red shade at the moment. And then last I have the Kylie Skin Lip Butter. This is the Toasted Marshmallow one. This one is Shea Butter, Jojoba Seed Oil, Moisture Barrier Complex. I put it on every single night before bed. I do my evening skincare and this is always my final step. And it stays on all night. I wake up in the morning and my lips are really moisturised. It's not sticky. It's got a nice subtle tint to it. It is a very subtle tint. It's just this kind of, got a little bit left in there, I think. There you can see. There next to that, it's just this kind of brown shade, but as you blend it onto your lip it does kind of sheer out quite a lot, and it smells exactly like toasted marshmallow. I have got a few lip butters that I've got to get through. That's the only reason we won't be repurchasing this just yet, but as soon as I finished everything up I probably would repurchase this one. It's the best one I've used. They do have a, I don't know if it's a dupe for this at Aldi, but they have something very similar to this at Aldi as well. And I've got to get through that one, but I just slightly prefer the formula of this one. Right, that is all of my new products, all of my used up product. That's that. And I am now trying to avoid the task in hand, which is to clean the office. Oh my God, I'm going to show you it now. It looks really bad. Don't judge me. It has been a bit of a dumping ground because Ollie's been doing all of his work at work. I haven't been doing uni, so I haven't been using the office. So yeah, it's a mess. It's a real mess. Ollie's also bought these whole new computer screen things, which just looks so messy. I'll show you those as well. And then we better get started on it. Let's just stop talking about it and just do it. So from here, doesn't look too bad, does it? But let's go in and see. Oh my God. It is just such a mess. Stuff on the floor. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's hide Ollie's boxes on the floor. Yeah, look, it is just crap everywhere. It needs organising. Look at all them wires, all these bits of paper, the printer, everything. I mean, to be fair though, this is my area. Look at that. That actually doesn't look too bad, does it? It's Ollie's side that's the worst, but there's no point in me nagging him to do it. He's not going to do it how I want him to do it, so I just do it myself. I mean, a lot of this is all, you know, paperwork stuff, so I think it's okay. I don't think I need to go through it too much. This fox picture here, I really love this, and I do want to put it up on the wall here. So I might do that today if I can find the tools to do that. I mean, I'll probably just hammer a nail in the wall, to be fair, and then Ollie can shout me when he gets home. We do have quite a lot of artwork around though. We have this New York poster here. We have this print here, which my friend Emma got us, and I really love it. This was the night sky. Hang on, look. This was the night sky on Shoshone Point in Arizona on the 31st of August 2023, which is the exact point and the exact date that we got married. And this is what the sky looks like. And it's just the most beautiful wedding present that she got us. And actually, you're watching this now on the 31st of August if you're watching it when I upload it. So you will be watching it on our wedding anniversary. So yeah, these are the nice prints that we've got on the wall. And then I have my favourite picture here of our wedding day. Oh, I just love this picture so much. Look, it's just so fun. I just love how it's not all posy. It's just, we're just having fun, and that was just the whole day for our wedding. I just love it so much. So yeah, we've got that print there. So I thought this wall could have the fox on it. It's really dirty as well, look. That is probably an old coffee stain from when I was here doing uni in June, so that's bad. I've just sat here for 20 minutes probably, chatting away, and I didn't even press record. Why do I do stuff like that? I do it all the time. I sabotage myself, and then I'm just like exhausted at the end of filming a video because I've done everything twice. I'd gone into so much detail as well. I was talking about where me and Ollie met. I was just going on about so many things. So I'll probably do like a speed version of it now because I just feel weird saying it all over again. So I was just saying, oh my goodness, I am so glad that I did this room. I feel amazing for doing it. I feel so inspired. It feels so clean. It smells good. I just can't wait to start uni and sit in here and just enjoy the office. Hopefully Ollie feels the same. He seems to be the type of person that does not mind chaos around him. He worked in it as it looked before, and hopefully he'll work in it now and won't mess it up too much. But yeah, did you see as well in the drawers, when I was cleaning out the drawers, he'd shoved his clothes in the drawers. So he'd found an empty one and put his clothes in there in the office. We have a dressing room. He also has all of the drawers in our bedroom. He has so many drawers, and he comes in here and shoves clothes in the office drawers. So I took them out. I did leave his work overalls in there because I thought, okay, I suppose they're to do with work, even though they're not office stuff, but I left them in there. Also, I just didn't know what to do with them. Anyway, so the office is all done. Really happy with how it's come out. I was just chatting away about where I've put everything and what I've organised. I've organised all the drawers. I didn't go too much into all of our paperwork because there's not actually too much there. I thought it was going to be way worse. The last two shelves at the bottom is all paperwork stuff, but it's quite old paperwork, so I do need to go through it because I just don't think I need. Why do we keep paperwork? 10-year-old gas bill. Why do I still have that in there? So that does need to be gone through, but I just couldn't bother to do it today, and it's kind of not causing me too much trouble. It's out the way. It looks tidy. And yeah, there's not a lot of new paperwork coming in because I feel like everything's online now, so it's quite nice. It's not too overloaded. There's a couple drawers right next to me here in this cabinet here. Also, I am aware that our furniture and stuff doesn't match in here, but it's just stuff that we had and it works, and I just feel like at the minute we don't need to be buying new furniture just yet. We've got a lot of other stuff to do. So yeah, paperwork stuff at the bottom I kind of need to go through. Then these 3 boxes here, I have got all of my books in that one and my photo albums, which is what I was just chatting with you about when I realised that I wasn't filming. So I showed you a few clips of me going through the photo albums because I just thought, well, when I spotted them, I thought, oh, I need to have a look through these. And I thought, I bet so many of you guys, when you start cleaning or doing a deep clean and you come across things, whether you go in your loft, your office, wherever, and you find old photo albums and letters, and you just can't help yourself, can you? But just sit down, waste time and start going through them. So that's what I was doing. I thought I'd share a few pictures with you of me and Ollie. Most of them were from the 2-month round the world trip that we did when we first met. So this is what I was saying. We only were together. We'd known each other for 6 months, and I think we were probably only boyfriend and girlfriend for a month. And I was going away travelling, and I was kind of reluctant to have a boyfriend because I wanted to go away and travel. Anyway, so I was discussing that with him, and then he like randomly said to me, just to let you know, I've taken 2 months off work and I'm going to come travelling with you. I was like, okay. Did I invite you? I don't know. I'm not complaining. We had the best time ever. I did think to myself, I think this guy is for me. I was only 19, but I don't know. I just felt like he was the right person for me. And I thought, let's go away for 2 months together. And I'll know. After 2 months together, I'll absolutely know if that's going to be the man for the rest of my life or not. So yeah, I was like, okay, cool, come along then. And he actually did loads of planning for it, which now he doesn't really plan stuff. So that was interesting. He planned a lot of that, and I just kind of went along with things, which is like the opposite of how we are now. But yeah, we had an absolutely incredible time. So I met Ollie when I was only 19 in a nightclub, and actually it was in, I think it was November 2010. I think that's when I first saw him. Maybe we didn't speak. And then in December 2010, because we used to both go to this monthly 80s night at oh my God, it's chucking it down. I need to just go and get the washing in. Oh my God. It smells so good up here. When you go downstairs, it stinks. And I walk upstairs and it smells like Christmas up here. And I don't know what I've used. I did use a bit of a mixture of stuff, and I've put a wax melt on. I've got a reed diffuser there. And then I've also cleaned with the Purdy and Fig stuff, which is quite highly scented. So I guess just a mixture of that, and it smells like Christmas. Oh my God. I'm so ready for the autumn. Anyway, I was saying about me and Ollie. He says we met in December, but that's because he can't remember me because I'm so unmemorable in the November. I saw him in November, and then we went there on a Christmas party thing in the December, and me and my friend were dressed up. I was dressed up as like a sexy Mrs. Claus, as you do on these Christmas things when you're 19. And my friend was dressed up as sexy elf. So I spotted her and I saw, like, I want to, like, talk to him. So she was like, well, let's ask him to take our photo. And I was like, okay, good idea. So we went over to him and said, oh, would you mind taking our picture? And he was like, no. Who says no when someone asks you to take a photograph? Who does that? He just straight up said no. And we just looked at each other and I was like, that's my man. That's the man that I'm going to marry. This unavailable, rude man that is completely as far away as interested in me as possible. I was like, I want that because I love a challenge. So I went after him. But I will say, I went after him for the first bit. And then obviously once he got to know me, then I backed off and then he came after me. So I played the game, you know. I knew what I was doing. Anyway, what I realise is that will be this Christmas. Would that be 15? Yeah, 2025, isn't it? So December 2010 and December 2025. So that means that we would have, well, I suppose from the first day we met, it was 15 years ago. And I just cannot believe that. It's almost getting to the point now where I've spent more of my life with Ollie than without. Obviously, he's a bit older than me, so I suppose it's different for him because I was 19 and he was 28. So for a 19-year-old, I was like, oh my God, he's 28. He didn't look it. I thought he was younger than that. But I was like, oh my God, he's 28. It felt like an old man to me at 19. But I knew I wanted someone older. I just couldn't bear young lads, like laddish. That was just I'm not interested at all. I wanted a man. So yeah, that's when I wasn't bothered when he said he was 28. Anyway, you don't need this whole story of mine and Ollie's life, do you? But I just thought I'd mention it because I'd shown you the photo album. So that album was mainly of the 2-month travelling that we went on together. And we honestly had the most incredible time away together, and we had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of arguments. We just did everything in this compact time and really figured each other out, and then 100% knew that when we came home that we were good. And I remember, because I was living with my mum, when I came home, obviously I was going to go back to my house because we didn't live together or anything. I was going to go back to my mum's and he was going back to his house. And then I went home and I was at my mum's and I was like, I am so sad. I do not want to be here. I want to be with Ollie. I've just spent the last 2 months with him and fully into him now. So yeah, I got my toothbrush and I planted that at Ollie's house, started putting a few more things in there. I don't think he ever asked me to move in. I just moved myself in, and yeah, the rest is history. So I don't know why we've gone into that today, because this is just a September reset. I think I just feel I'm in just one of those moods where I'm remembering everything today and just feeling really grateful. And I'm just excited for the start of a new season. So yeah, everything's ready. I have also planned out my month for September. So what I normally do at the end of every month, I sit down with my diary and I plan my diary for the whole month content that I'm going to be filming, appointments that I've got, other things that I need to do, you know, just all life stuff. I just plan that every month and I know where I'm at. I just quite like being organised like that and knowing what each week is going to bring me. I don't really want any surprises. In the month of September, I have a few trips away planned. So have I got a few? Have I just got... Yes, I think I'm doing 2 trips. So I am going pumpkin picking. Very excited, and I think, I don't want to speak too soon, but I feel like it probably will happen. I think me and Emma are going to go to Cornwall because we found this amazing Airbnb that's dog friendly. It's really cool, and we're just going to go for one night and film the whole trip and then find somewhere to go pumpkin picking on the way back. So that's a little trip coming up in September, and then I've got another trip in September where hopefully, this one isn't fully planned yet, but I think it's happening. We're going to be going to London for a couple of days. I'm really looking forward to that because we're going to go and watch the ABBA Voyage show, which we've all wanted to do that for so long. So we're hopefully going to do that. The other thing that I'm going to start doing from September is with my mum. We already have a savings account together because when we went to Nashville, America, and that trip that we did for her 60th, but 2 years prior to it, we both opened a savings account and we were just putting money in it, and Mum was entrusting me to plan this whole trip for her. It just worked out so well because we had this nice healthy budget, and I could plan this amazing trip. I obviously put more in as well because it was her present also, but I just couldn't afford to do the whole thing. It just felt like we didn't really spend too much money because we've been saving over the years. And what we normally do for our birthdays is we don't do presents, but we do a little trip away. So our birthdays are pretty much exactly 6 months apart. So every 6 months, me and my mum go somewhere that each of us have planned for each other. And we normally obviously just pay for it at the time. I came up with an idea and I said to Mum, we should continue our savings, but just do like £50 a month and put that into the savings account, and then every 6 months we'll have £600. I think I've got that right. Then we use that to plan each other's birthday thing. So at £600 is a good healthy budget, isn't it? Because normally we just do one night away somewhere. So I feel like we could maybe go abroad if there was a good deal. We could do a couple nights away, or we could have a really fancy night in a lovely spa with treatments. It just gives us so many options. So from September we are doing that. So we're both putting £50 a month into a savings account, and then every 6 months £600 up. That she's planning my birthday at the moment, so we're just doing that separately, but hers is in February, so I will be planning her birthday trip in February somewhere, which, yeah, I just thought, do you know what, £50 a month, obviously it's still quite a lot of money to make sure you save that every month, but it felt also like it wasn't going to be too much, it wasn't going to affect my budgeting too much and stuff. So yeah, I am planning on putting that aside, and yeah, that's mine and Mum's new plan. And it just feels like when it comes to our birthday, it will feel like we're going to do something amazing, but it wouldn't have cost anything because we've already kind of paid for it. Sorry, the battery ran out then. Not having much luck today with my camera. Yeah, I just feel like it's a great way to do things together, but it doesn't feel like you're spending loads of money at the time. So yeah, that's the plan for September. Yeah, so I think that's probably the end of today's video. I feel like it's been a good productive day. I'm so happy that I've got this office done. It honestly feels so good, and I really did not want to do it, and then I was like, no, I've got to clean that room. So yeah, and that is what is great about filming YouTube videos, because I'd already said to you guys I'm going to be doing this room, so I thought I have to do it. Oh, sorry, my necklace was hitting on my microphone. So yeah, it's really made me do it, which is nice. So thank you for that, because I probably would have gone upstairs, got in bed and watched a film if I didn't have a YouTube channel, and this room would never have got done. Coming up, Dills. Come and say goodbye. Come on, up. Come on, up. Good boy. Good boy, that's it. Let's say goodbye. We started the video together and we'll end the video together. I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching today's video. I have really enjoyed it today, actually, just going through my favourites, getting this room done. It's been a very good, productive day. Where are you going? Oh, okay. That was short-lived, wasn't it? I hope you guys are all doing very well. I look forward to spending the autumn with you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.